In Brandon's most recent live stream, he talked about it, so let's discuss the Mistborn Era 1 Atium retcon. Full spoilers for Mistborn Era 1. It shouldn't go past that, so you should be safe if you've only read Mistborn Era 1. Basically, Brandon regrets the way he portrayed Atium in Era 1 because it's a god metal, so it should have certain attributes that the Atium in Mistborn Era 1 just does not have. Now, Brandon is saying the Atium that was being used in Mistborn Era 1 was not pure Atium. It was actually an Atium Electrum alloy. So we know what this Atium Electrum alloy does because we've seen it used a lot. It gives the user a view a few seconds into the future. Now, what does pure Atium do? We don't actually know yet. Brandon has yet to canonize it, but the most prevalent speculation is that it will give you a more expanded view into the future, more on par with how gods, the shards, see the future. It could also give you a view into the past. And Brandon is doing this because he feels that Atium should be more special than what he made it in Era 1, like some of the other god metals. Brandon, he's a masterful writer, so you know he'll weave this into the story so it doesn't feel clunky. One thing I do think this affects in a positive way is Brandon's plans for a Mistborn adaptation. There is a Word of Brandon from 2020 where he was talking about a Mistborn adaptation and his regrets on the Atium in Era 1, and that in his screenplay for it, he was devising it that anybody could use Atium. If I'm totally honest, I like this most current version better than that one because, you know, you can make it to where either Ruin or even Preservation was the one who was diluting the Atium because they didn't want humans using pure Atium. So they found a way to influence either the Khandra or the Lord Ruler or whoever to dilute the Atium, or it was growing out of the ground as an alloy, not pure Atium. There's a lot of ways to explain it, and I'm sure Brandon will do a wonderful job at it, so I'm just glad that that doesn't have to be the case whenever this does get adapted. I'm gonna go read it. It's on Arcanum, it's on the Coppermind, but be warned, this screenplay information that Brandon gave us in 2020, it's gonna have changed drastically since then, because he also talked about how Mistborn would have been like the third option and that a lot of people probably didn't want it, and he didn't know if he was gonna have the budget and that it should have to be a movie. That's not gonna be the case anymore. Brandon has people pounding on his door for a Mistborn adaptation. The budget has skyrocketed. It's not going to be a movie. It's definitely going to be a TV show. So his original screenplay idea for this really changed it, like changed the story to a point to where, you know, I trust Brandon, but to a point that even I was like, hold on, maybe we should back off on this a little bit. I don't think this is going to be the case anymore. I think now that Brandon will have the power that he does, we will get a way more faithful adaptation of the story. If anybody has any more information about the retcon that I might have left out, or if anybody has any more questions, please comment. I'd love to talk more about it. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. As always, follow for more Cosmere content.